Hey everyone, this is Mrs. Martin here with a quick video about today's assignment. Hopefully you had a chance to see my little alien video with some feedback about your discussion as you considered the question about whether or not you should take the $75,000 offer or take the penny a day doubled every day offer. So it was really interesting to see some of your thinking. I like how you guys broke it down. Again, my little alien video gives a little bit of feedback on that. This video I want to make quickly just to discuss this article. So as you can see, I called it A Penny for Your Thoughts, and it is a document adapted from Dr. Sheldon Berg at Los Angeles Valley College. So Greg and I took a personal finance class. If you're interested in personal finance and you feel like it'd be nice to get some more information than what we're barely dipping into here in TCMS, I really highly suggest you take a personal finance class. Whether you're going to university or not, you can always sign up at a community college and take a course from them. So again, if you're already signed up for CSUN, or if you don't plan to go to university and you're doing trade school or some other plans after high school, you can still sign up for classes at community colleges and take them for your benefit. And personal finance is a huge benefit. So again, Greg and I took this class together and we learned a lot. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got a short foreword from me, and then what I've done here is I've taken the article posted and written by Dr. Berg, and I kind of cut it down so that it's just the gist of what he was trying to say. And so as you read through this, pretty much the gist is that you should really, really carefully consider financial options when they are presented to you. And I think, if I remember correctly, Giselle actually mentioned that they realize that there's a lot of thinking that goes behind making big decisions like the one in the question you answered the other day. So that's really important. Another huge thing that he talks about is this idea of compounding. Okay, the whole thing behind interest rates and money multiplying by a certain percent. This is really important. We can spend lots and lots of time talking about exponential functions. You probably saw them in Algebra 1 when you were talking about geometric sequences. But ultimately, there's this understanding that compounding is a good thing. All right, I have here, I included a link. So if I click that, since we're on the topic of compounding, if you click over here, you can check out Desmos graph that I created for you that kind of highlights this whole idea about what compounding looks like. So this is actually the penny a day doubled every day. I use the number 29 because since we technically first sequences start at 0 for the first day, then that's 29 total. I think Raphael's the one that picked that up. When he typed in 30, he got, I think, 10 million, and he realized he had to go back to 29 to get about the 5 million that we're getting here. So nice catch with that one. But here's a graph, and we can see really clearly with the penny question that we weren't making a whole lot for many days, right? I mean, that's really, really small, very, very small increments. Actually, I can click on this function, and when I click and drag along here, I can see, okay, day 10, I was making about 10 bucks. I keep moving. Day 15, I had about $300. It's looking better, but still not as nice as the 75,000. And then a lot of you realize that by day 24, you had already significantly passed the 75,000 mark, right? Day 23, 24, we already passed the 75,000 mark. There it was. And even with just the last 6 or 7 days of the month, our income skyrockets again because it's the whole idea of doubling, right? I think Antonio mentioned that they have the doubling factor, okay, where it's just increasing so quickly. And then that's how we're ending up here at our total amount. So in case you wanted to see what that graph looks like, this is the power of compounding, okay, of multiplying by some percentage. Now, 2 is really us doubling our money. And to be honest, banks don't really do that. And we'll look at that more later. But still, this idea that money grows rapidly when it's working exponentially is really important for us financially. Okay, so there's a few more things in this article that I really, really encourage you to read over. Again, everything that we're doing right now is just for you. So while I am still giving classwork and homework points, you won't be tested on this material. but I really feel like it's important, okay? This article here really impacted my life as far as taking care of my finances. So please take some time to look through this. As you notice, I tried to highlight some of the things that I thought were important. One other thing, before I let you guys go, something that I really liked that he said, so here's some more stuff about the summary of interest. If you notice, let's start here. So $15 a week, we talk about this. A lot of us spend $15 a week that we don't really have to spend on things like fast food, Starbucks. You know, we're buying water at school instead of bringing water from home because we forgot. So, you know, little things like that. If we were to save that money and invest it, you can see that, you know, a 9% interest rate with this company, look at the difference if it's just 2% more, right? We make $1 million versus 500,000 over 65 years, okay? Assuming that you guys are a certain age now and then 65 years from now. So again, read through this to get a little more of what I'm talking about. But percentages, guys, if a higher percentage means a higher yield, and we're happy with more money that's made on its own, right? I mean, anything that's being made just sitting there in the bank is nice. One thing that I do want to highlight, though, is this portion right here at the end, where Dr. Berg says, don't save just to save. And this really impacted me because, I mean, a lot of people tell you save your money for a rainy day. You never know when you might need it. And yeah, sure, that's true. But if you're saving every penny with no goals in mind, as he mentions here, save for your goals. But if you're just saving just to save, you end up saving more than you need. And so what happens to that money? Well, it's not getting spent on the young you today, which is a real bummer. Because if you're saving all your money for when you're 65 and say you're not in the healthiest place for you to do stuff like travel and spend money on yourself, then you lost out on an opportunity, okay? Right now you're young, and it is important to save, but it's also important to spend on yourself to enhance your life today. So it's all about building a really careful balance, okay? A careful balance of saving some money for emergencies, for specific goals like cars or school or a house, and then spending money on yourself so you can enjoy your life now, okay? So be very cognizant as you read through this, read it carefully. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to post them. When you're done, you're going to scroll over into Schoology and post in the discussion, and you're answering 2 questions for your classmates, okay? One, what part of this article really resonated with you? Okay, what are you taking away that you think, wow, that was really interesting to me and really important, and I want to apply that to myself as I continue on? And then 2, what financial theories do you live by now? Is there something that you've been told by a parent or by a mentor? Maybe something you heard in econ or something you read while you were surfing the web? Okay, something that you feel like this is important for me financially, and I want to share that with my class as well. So again, all that's in Schoology, so you can check that out. It'll be posted after I post this video. But to just reiterate, we're working on this as this work is dedicated entirely to you and you becoming more informed adults in the financial world. So I really hope that you take the time to read that. Feel free to, when you click on it, when you click on the link, it'll create a copy of that document. So notice at the top of the document, I mentioned making comments and highlighting stuff for yourself. That's just a suggestion, but you keep that document. And I hope that you remember in the future some of the things that it pointed out. Quick reminder, please do your ALEKS final. Remember that you've got 3 chances. You'll see them there, chance 1, chance 2, chance 3. You don't have to do all 3, but you have them in case you need them to get the highest score possible. And I will take the highest score that you get. So there's nothing to lose by trying all 3 times. Okay, I hope you're all continuing to do well. Again, please post here in the discussion answering these 2 questions today. And I look forward to reading your posts here on Schoology. All right, bye-bye.